Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength, not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved, and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory, we give you peace, we give you honor, we give you blessing, we give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you, the fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name, ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes You O Cubed. What does O Cubed stand for? One-on-one, because it's just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I'm so glad that you decided to join me on this fine day. Yes, cheerings. Today is Friday. Come on, let's get it up for Friday. You know how we do it on a Fresh Start Friday. We made it. It's another day's journey. It's another week's journey through many dangers, toils, and snares, but we made it. Yes, we made it another week, y'all. We made it another week, and I'm so glad about it. Now, listen, I appreciate everybody that has joined me here on this fine day, because y'all know it's my birthday, and I appreciate all of the blessings that you all have put. The Institute wanted to take over for a second, and I just want Yes, the Institute said, let me do my thing. So listen, I appreciate everybody for joining me, especially on today, because this is my birthday. I know, Rebel. Come on, Institute. Come on, Institute. Institute said, listen, there's a level of higher consciousness that I'm calling all of y'all to. I'm calling you to a higher level of consciousness. Won't you come? The Institute had its own special altar call this morning. Won't you come? Now, y'all know how we do it in here. You know how we do it in here. We like to see who came into the lion's den early this morning, bringing all the love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness into the lion's den. So listen, cheerings, let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. Let me tell you who came in here this morning, and we're going to give it up for these beautiful, beautiful people that wanted to make sure there was plenty of love in the room for you all when you got here. So let's start with the third person in the lion's den this morning was none other than BTD Mom, otherwise known as Anita Harvey. Come on in here, sis. You did that. You did it. See you. Surprise, surprise. That's what Gomer Pyle used to say. Come on in here, sis. Congratulations to you. Come on and get that love seat ready. Just go ahead and have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. Sit right down right over there and just enjoy the view. Now, the second person in the lion's den this morning was none other than Shelly Thunder. Yes, Shelly. She came in. Yes, she had the 12:00. But when she got there at 12:00, there was already somebody else's lips, hips, and fingertips in that chair. So, Shelly, just go right on over there. Go right on over there and make yourself comfortable, because the thunderclap didn't work today. The musical chairs didn't work today. Nothing worked today because, baby, I want to tell you somebody Somebody came in determined they were going to get that Grandpa Holmes' chair. And the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair is none other than Den Darn, you are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Congratulations, my sister. You said I've been thunderclapped out. I've been musical chaired out. I've been, I started to say butt clapped. All the folks came in, but listen, no weapon, Den Darn, no weapon formed against you, girl, shall prosper. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Get your lips, your hips, and your fingertips right on in that chair, girl. It's been 2 days. They got the chair from you, but she said, oh, but on the third day, yes, that extra crust knocked her out of the chair. You're right, not your average guy. That extra crust and the thunderclap knocked her out of the chair, but she made it. I want y'all to tell you, you gotta be determined. You gotta be determined. You gotta be determined. Congratulations, Den Darn. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Congratulations to you, my dear, all the way from the UK. Now, you know how we do it. Get that mod love out. Get that mod love out, y'all. Get the mod love out. Because I want you to understand, these babies take such good care of me. Shelly Thunder, listen, there's nobody like her in all the earth. I appreciate her. Up above my head, I hear thunder in the air. There must be a Shelly Thunder somewhere. That's my prophetess. And y'all saw her. She was in full swing yesterday, baby. She was dropping those scriptures. Y'all had me going and flowing yesterday. She was dropping those scriptures like mad, left and right, just dropping bombs here, dropping bombs there, dropping bombs everywhere. We're led by the leader of the pack, none other than the Rebel Inc. We're going to be going over to spend some time with her immediately after this stream has concluded. We will be going to Rebel's house, and we're just going to enjoy some good time over there with her. Yes, the Rebel Inc. That's my girl. So much mad love to you. The Galactic Supervisor. That's what we call her. The Galactic Supervisor. Early morning bangos and the cracks. All of that's going down this morning. Just hang on and ride that raid train over with us. We're going to be there in just a minute. And then, of course, the beautiful, illustrious, quiet storm, Michelle Brownell. Yes, she does change a whole entire atmosphere just by being in the presence and the room. I appreciate these beautiful ladies. And Michelle, I got a tickle out of that you sent me on yesterday. They keep me uplifted. They keep me laughing. They keep me covered. These beautiful ladies are no joke. Every last one of them are a threat in their own right, because they are cocked and loaded. Don't believe me? Just watch, because they got a BAHM ministry that does not play. And they did have to activate it on yesterday, just in case you didn't know. Now you know. They do not play. I love these beautiful ladies, and thank you all for all that you do in the Lion's Den. Please know that the Rebel, spiritual thought leader, I just couldn't make it without you. I just couldn't make it without you guys. You guys are just so good and so beautiful to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And especially on today, I just want to stop and say thank you. Now, let's come around and let's tell everybody good morning, because you know, as my mama says, when you walk in the room, speak to somebody. So get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. I want to come around and I want to say good morning to you that are in the room today. Good morning to the Rebel Inc. Come on in here, sis. So much love to you. Anita Harvey, I see you this morning. Come on in here. So much mad love to you. Dr. Dady Priest, the high priestess, is in the room. And if you're not following Dr. Dady Priest, quit your wicked ways. Yes, I want you to quit your wicked ways, cheering, because she's going to bless you, because engagement does matter. Good morning to you, Dr. Dady Priest. A.M. Harvey in the room. I see you this morning. Come on in here. My brother from Kansas City, my dancing partner, downtown, Melvin Brown, is in the room. Good morning to you, sir. So much mad love coming to you, Melvin. You know I love you. Come on up in here. Coming on on down and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out that, yes, I see. BTD Mom is in the room. I see you, BTD Mom, and so much love to you. I hope that you all are enjoying yourselves while you're out of the city. We miss you, but I knew you were going to be here on this morning. I love you so much, sis. Anita Harvey is in the room. Come on in here. I love you. I love you. I love you. Glad to have you with us on this fine day. Den Darn, come on in here, my sister from the UK. Yes, she's undefeated. She heard that word on yesterday. And she said, I will not be defeated because Grandpa Holmes's chair, it's mine, cheering. It's mine. That's my Den Darn. And so much love to you. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out Michelle Brownell. Yes, my quiet storm is in the room. She's up early this morning, y'all. She's up early. The question is, are you clothed and in your right mind, or are you having to leave the house to go to work? Because it was reported to me that when you're in the bed, okay, never mind. Anyway, let's keep this party going, y'all. Let's keep it. Lynette Dickerson, come on in here, queen. So much mad love to you, my sister. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and thank you for joining me here today on my special day. I appreciate you, queen. Come on. And your birthday is next because you're right behind me. And then who should I see? One for the Father, one for the Son, and one for the Holy Ghost. Yes, DJ Onyx Hart is a streamer, y'all. If you're not following him, please follow him. He'll bless your whole life. He comes in with his whole 20 coffee cups. Yes, that blessed 20. He brings in that blessed 20. And we break 3 of them just for good measure and good pleasure. Good morning to you, DJ Onyx Hart, and his counterpart, DJ Aurora Onyx Hart. She's in the room and she's also a streamer. Please follow her as well. Listen, blessings all over the both of you. Come through. Nothing but love. And then I see my sister, Tall Pumps, is pumping tall. You better come on in here, Tall Pumps. That's my girl. That's my friend. I'm telling you what, she's thick and thin, honey. She's thick and thin. That's Tall Pumps right there. I appreciate you, and good morning to you, my sister. Nothing but love to you. I'm coming on down and I'm looking, and there's the Stacy 546. I appreciate you, Stacy, for coming in this morning. Good morning to you, my sister in blue. Nothing but love for you. Nothing but love. Coming down, and I'm trying to see who came in the basement while I was upstairs, and Lord, there she is. Crazy Berrytown. Yes, otherwise known as CBT. She's in the room. Thank you for those birthday wishes, my dear. She Zumbaed us to Zion on yesterday. It was a beautiful time had by all. If you're not following Crazy Berrytown, quit your wicked ways. Go on out there and follow my sis. I really mean it. And then click that notification bell so you can know when she's on. Her schedule is a little changed up right now because of work. But listen, beloved, I want y'all to follow her. She will bless your whole life. Now, typically, she's here along with Kim Possible 711 at 12 noon in this channel. However, Good Grief today is going to be canceled because there is a conflict of everybody's schedule today. So this day, this Friday, 12 o'clock, there will not be Good Grief. But I promise you, any other Friday, be here next week, because when I tell you, these ladies will bless your whole entire life on this journey called grief. For sure. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking, and I see MCP812. Come on in here, sister cousin. Mad love to you. And listen, thank you for those birthday wishes. So much love to you. So much peace, joy, love, soul, and happiness coming your way, my sister. Come on. Don't you want to go? And then what was the line? What was the last line of that song, Mary? Yes, I want to go. Come on up in here. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking, and there she is, y'all. There she is. Shelly Thunder. She's in the room, y'all. Thank you for being here. That is my prophetess. And I'm telling you, yesterday she had me tore up. I mean to tell you, sister was on one, but the truth be told, she's always on one. She's always on one. Sometimes she just kind of keeps it on the low, but she's always on one. And I love her for that. Michelle Brown, thank you for those birthday wishes. I appreciate you so much, sweetheart. So much mad love to you. So much mad love to you. Now we're coming on down and we're looking to see who else, if anybody came in the basement while I was upstairs. Did somebody come in while I was upstairs? I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking it out. So let's see. You let her have it today. I see you, Shelly. Not your average guy is in the room. Come on in here, my brother. So good to see you. It's awesome to have you in the Lion's Den. That's my brother. Come on. Thank you for being in here today. I appreciate you. Now let's see what else is coming on in the room. And I see people coming in the basement. And I'm so glad that you're here. Come on, come on, come on. I'm glad that you're here. I'm scrolling and New York Cheesecake is in the house, y'all. Thank you so much. And thank you for those birthday blessings. I appreciate you. I absolutely positively do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I really, really do. You could be anywhere but here, but you thought it well. Auntie Diddy, there she is. There's the queen. Yes, she is the queen of the king, Uncle Diddy, and this dynamic duo together. They're doing powerful work over there in Grown Man's Business. That channel is doing a mighty work, and the original Black Ghostbuster is on the loose. Auntie Diddy, I appreciate you. I really, really do. You're that unassuming one, but so powerful and so faithful and so loving and consistent. I appreciate you, sis, and I just want to give you some love on today. Blessings upon blessings be yours. Thank you for being in the Lion's Den this morning. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm checking it out. Let me see, who else do I see? Jackie 0722. Come on in here, Jackie. So much love to you. I'm appreciative of you being in the Lion's Den this morning. Come on in here, sis. We're so glad to have you here. Coming on down, and I'm looking and booking, and I see you need New York Cheesecake. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate that. Lurkers are welcome in the house of the Lion's Den. Come on, Jackie. Thank you for those happy birthday wishes. I appreciate you, sis. I really, really do. Coming on down, and I'm seeing an Uncle Diddy. There he is, y'all. There's the king. He's out there. He's reigning and he's ruling in all of his awesomeness. Listen, the original Black Ghostbuster. You better come on up in here. That's my guy, Uncle Diddy. If you're not following Uncle Diddy, quit your wicked ways, because he's going to bless your whole life. Thank you for those birthday wishes, my king. I appreciate you so much. Blessings upon blessings be yours as well. Now, I'm coming on down, and it looks like, are we coming to the end of the good mornings here? I appreciate everybody that's in the chat this morning. I appreciate you. So you know how we do. Get those coffee cups out. Get those coffee cups out. And let's get busy. You know how we do it. What had happened was, whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, what had happened was, well, see, we got some things to talk about today because there was a whole lot going on. I see your coffee cup, MCP 812. I see your coffee cup, Stacy 546. I see your coffee cups, Uncle Diddy. I see you. Kim Possible 711. Oh, thank heaven for 711. She's in the room this morning. The pastor from the ATL. I see your coffee cup, Den Darn. I see your coffee cup, Crazy Berrytown. I see your coffee cup, Not Your Average Guy. Listen, Kim Possible 711 is the counterpart also with Good Grief. She's going to be giving services to bereaved on today and officiating at a funeral. Our prayers and our blessings go with you, Kim Possible 711, as you go. And may the Lord sustain you and keep you and give you a word of knowledge and wisdom for the people as you minister to the house on this morning. So much mad love to you. Again, once more, Good Grief will be canceled today because of those conflicting schedules and other duties that are called calling. But like Arnold Schwarzenegger on the turn. Oh, Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger. We'll be back. How about that? We'll be back. Just hang on in there and we'll be back. Listen, thank you, Tall Pumps. My niece and my baby daughter, that's what cause she's like my daughter, but my niece gave me the hookup. Dr. Dady, it didn't come out right, Doc. It didn't come out right, High Priestess. I had to make it right. Kai Chick, that's my evangelist. She's in the room this morning. That's my girl, y'all. It didn't come out right, y'all. It didn't. I had to make it right. I'm you know, what can I say? You know, my brain has been doing its own little thing. Listen, I'm going to give that to you, DJ Onyx Heart. Could it be? Because y'all know, come on now. Could it be? Diablo! Y'all, that wasn't nothing but that old slimy devil. Listen, I had to channel Storm this morning. I had to get a little stuff. Tommy's Girls World. I want to say that correctly. I'm so glad to see you this morning. Come on in the Lion's Den. I'm so happy to see you. Yes, MCP, I fixed it. I fixed it up, baby. I fixed it. Lest y'all go out of here saying, oh, did y'all hear what STL said? She out here calling folk the N-word, Lord Jesus. All right, you know how we do in the Lion's Den. Now, you know, I'm appreciating everybody that's here. And so today, as we get ready to talk about what had happened was, whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, I'm going to start with this right here. And y'all just excuse me while I'm going to celebrate my birthday on today. I am 59 years of age. I'm not ashamed of my number. Everybody that's, real women don't tell their ages. And listen, baby, I don't have any problem at all. And I am a real woman. But at the end of the day, 59 beautiful years. I won't see 50 nothing after this year. It'll all be 60 on. So listen, I just want to stop and y'all join me right here. I'm not going to do our usual birthday, but listen, if you allow me just this opportunity right here, can we do birthday quartet style? Can we do it? Can we?
Happy birthday to you. Hey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hey. Happy birthday to you. Well, he looks good. He looks fine. He looks fine. We hope you have a good time. Happy birthday to you. Hey. Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Here we go. Put your hands together.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you. Well, he looks good. He looks fine. He looks fine. We hope you have a good time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Okay, happy birthday to me, y'all. And that's it for today. Come on. Rebel, come on. I went up in the rafters just for you. I knew it was going to make you mad, Rebel. I knew it was going to make you mad. Oh, shoot. Y'all know I be cracking in here, just clowning, just clowning, just clowning. Thank you all for all of your birthday wishes. My dearest friend, come on in here. Fairly All Day is in the room. Come on in here. Come on in here. So much love to you. T. Summers is in the room. Come on. I appreciate you and thank you for those birthday wishes. Listen, that was my squeal. Michelle, and it makes Rebel so mad. She'd be like, come out of the rafters. Come out of the rafters. I did it for her benefit because I was like, oh, she gonna be turning on over there. I tell you, I like to have fun, and that's the way I roll. Now listen. Listen, you're not late for the party. You're not late for the party. That was we just threw that in there just for fun. But listen, we're going to go on with the stream today. While we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. Listen, y'all, there's a whole lot going on. There's a whole lot going on. I want to start with, let's start with this story right here, and y'all tell me what you think. Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Now, I don't know if you all have heard of this or not, but Pennsylvania, let me get it. Now, see, it doesn't want to populate for me. See, it's going to clown on me. Pennsylvania, I know the story, so we can go through and talk it whether or not I can pull it up. On yesterday, Pennsylvania acknowledged that their prison had been using prisoners for straight up guinea pigs. Straight up guinea pigs. Now, I really wanted to get the story in here because I wanted you to have an idea of what they're finally acknowledging that they were doing tests on these folks with. So I'm looking for it. I want to get it in here because I want to try to get. Now, this was done on yesterday. And I don't know how you all feel about Chick, come through. There's my evangelist. She's loose this morning. Thank you so much for the gifted subs, my friends. And to everybody that's getting a gifted sub from Kai Chick, please tell my sis thank you. But that's my evangelist. She goes into the highways and hedges and baby, she compels them and brings them in. I love you so much, Kai Chick. Thank you. T. Summers, listen, I'm coming on down. Who was that said what the what? Yes. So this story is just dastardly, I promise you. And at the end of the day, a lot of people are saying, is an apology enough? Is an apology enough? So I'm trying to pull this up. So I want to get the list. Apologizes, prison. Let me see if I can pull it that way. Y'all, this story right here. And they had to come out and say they've been experimenting with these black inmates for years. I'm telling you, this isn't the one that I wanted, but it'll still give me what I need. You'll find it out there. Just put in there Philadelphia apology prison. It'll pull up. Okay, so they have acknowledged that from the 1950s through the 1970s in Holmesburg, Pennsylvania, they were literally using, I really had a video that I had queued up because one of the workers that was there came out and was talking about when he worked there. There, Jackie, I see you. Exactly. What? Unfortunately, that's not a shock, Kim. It's not a shock for them to finally acknowledge it. And so the black community is livid because many of them saying, we've been saying this the whole time. Family members of inmates that were victims of this have been screaming bloody murder forever and a day. We finally came out, number one, with acknowledgement to admit, yes, that's exactly what we were doing, and we apologize. But an apology is not enough. We want to hear some ching, ching, ding-a-ling. Show me the money. Show me the money. So they acknowledged that they performed on black inmates, y'all. We're not surprised. Come on, Kai Chick, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you because at the end of the day, baby, could it be? Could it be? The devil. Baby, that ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. So the move comes after many community activists and families of the inmates raised the need that they wanted a formal apology. Oh, every community should be outraged, Stacey. Every community should be outraged right here. So they came up yesterday with this apology over the historically racist policy and wrongdoing in the wake of what they're calling a nationwide racial reckoning. A nationwide racial reckoning. Kachik, show me the money. That's all I got to say about it. I need to hear ching ching. Come on. That's what I need to hear. And this, you know, as we are in the midst, and many of the stories today are all racially charged. And I was like, you know what? We keep saying it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. That's Hitler kind of shirt. Come on. That's, I hear you, Stacey. An apology is not enough, Kim Possible. They need to go to prison and they need to pay well the inmates that they experimented on. Many of them are dead. So you're talking about the families because I'm talking about they experimented and used these black prisoners that were incarcerated literally like human guinea pigs. Human guinea pigs. Holmesburg, Pennsylvania. Holmesburg, Pennsylvania. So, you know, the city allowed the University of Pennsylvania. Now, y'all get this here. The city allowed the University of Pennsylvania to conduct these tests on these inmates. Now, how about that? Did you understand the words that were coming out of my mouth? They allowed the University of Pennsylvania to conduct these experiments on these people. Now, at the end of the day, Tall Pumps, it's ridiculous. If they don't think that they need to do more, I lost you. It scrolled away from me too fast. They don't need prison reform. Listen, prison reform, all kinds of reform. I got you lurking. Thank you so much, Kai Chick. Mad love to you. Mad love to you. I tell you what, I looked and the researcher was led by Dr. Albert Kligman from the University of Pennsylvania, and they conducted dermatological, biochemical, and pharmaceuticals intentionally on these inmates and use them just like human. I'm telling you. Headline: Philadelphia apologized for experiments on black inmates at Holmesburg prison. That's it, Kim Possible. And when I tell you, this isn't the one that I had before, and I wanted to play the video clip. That's the one I really wanted to pull out because you hear one of the experimentors, one of the white men that was under Dr. Kligman that was helping to conduct these experiments. And he talks about all the different things. I mean, y'all, and I don't see the list here. Let me see what they have. Okay, so they do have a small smidgen: viruses, fungus, asbestos, chemical agents, including dioxin, which is the chemical in Agent Orange, and many other. This list is that's just a very small smidgen of the list of everything that they did on these black prisoners in this jail. Then darn, how dare they? And the city, they can sat down too, DJ Onyx Heart, because they're the ones that gave the approval for I'm going to keep saying it, the University of Pennsylvania. King Coogie's in the room, y'all. That's my brother. That's my longtime friend and one of my earliest in this channel. When wasn't nobody coming to my channel, King Coogie was here. I love you, sir, and thank you for those birthday wishes. He is a streamer, and if you're not following him, please go out and follow my brother. He will bless your whole life. And I love you, man. You've been such a blessing to me. You just don't know. Good morning to you. Now, the idea, and now chastise me if I'm wrong, but the idea that this man that was helping do the experiments is now talking and like, oh, it was just so horrible. It was so dastardly. Your lips, hips, and fingertips need to be in jail too, in my opinion. Because as you are admitting right here in front of God and everybody, you are participating in this deadly, dastardly stuff too. All of y'all need to go to jail. Everybody needs to pay. Somebody needs to show me the money. So at the end of the day, Pennsylvania, come on here, Philadelphia. No. T. Summers, no. And they're very, very explicit. Now, like I said, this list was very limited. It does identify they were funguses, viruses, asbestos, dioxin. That's just a smidgen. That's just a smidgen. And at the end of the day, I'm telling you, it's just dastardly what they did to these people. Now, Kligman, who would go on to pioneer acne and wrinkle treatment, Retin A. That's what he's known for coming up with. That's what he's famous for, Retin A. Now, isn't it mighty convenient that he died in 2010? Okay, 2010, but y'all knew he had been doing this all this time with your blessings, Philadelphia, with your blessings. And I'm going to say it once more and again, the man that was also party to this, and I'm sure he wasn't the only one of the people that was party to helping Dr. Kligman do this is out here walking around talking and telling about the experiments that they were doing. He needs to go to jail too. And that's the way I feel about that. So at the end, throw all the ethics out the window. Throw all the ethics out the window, T. Summers. So, whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, the devil was loose. Now, some people may feel, and yes, the NAACP, the family members, they were pressing for an apology, but an apology is not enough. An apology is just not enough. So, at the end of the day, how many more prisons, how many other systems where people that had no choice, people that were at and as they said, many of the people were educationally limited. They were financially limited. They just found some folk that could not fight, that could not say anything. They just found some black bodies and they just went in there and they just wreaked havoc on these prisoners and inmates' bodies. So at the end of the day, that apology that Philadelphia put out on yesterday, you know what I feel? No. Tell the city, cut the check. Tell the city, cut the check. Come on, Stacey. Why didn't he say something earlier? And I love how they always wait till these folks die. They wait till they're dead and sleeping in their grave. And then all of a sudden they want to come back and tell all this dastardly stuff that these individuals do. So everybody that's happy about your wrinkle cream, everybody that's happy about your Retin A, just know that this man's experiments came off the backs of black men that were incarcerated, that had no say over their bodies, that were used like human guinea pigs. And just remember that when you use it. Would you please just remember that when you use it? Kai Chick, you know how we do it in here. We take this coffee, no cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tells it like it T-I-Z-Tis. So this is the kind of stuff that we have to continue. That's why I said, listen, there's so much work to do. Y'all see the devil still up there. I haven't taken him down. There's so much work to do. And I'm sure that this is not the only jail system that has allowed this kind of dastardly, yes, I said, dastardly behavior to happen. And listen, At the end of the day, somebody needs to answer for all of this. Somebody needs to answer. Listen, let's be clear, T. Summers. We don't need wrinkle cream. Can I say it? Can I say it? Black don't crack. We don't need wrinkle cream. He did all of this to try to get some wrinkles. To get some wrinkles, T. Summers. I'm telling you. And you know the guy talking now thinks he's going to walk because he's talking. And exactly, Stacey, he's talking. So he feels like nothing's going to happen to him. Nothing is going to befall him for this dastardly behavior. And I don't care what anybody says. Rebel, I'm just trying to tell you. Why did they wait, Tall Pumps? Was he a part? Listen, Kligman was the one that actually was in charge of it. So he is now deceased as of 2010. And then you want to come out 12 years later and tell what the man did to these innocent, I don't care if they are prisoners in the system, innocent people, innocent black men being treated and used for guinea pigs in these here United States of America. And listen, that doesn't set well. No, it does not bode well with me. Somebody needs to pay somebody. And I'm not just talking about cha-ching, even though I'm ready for that too. Show me the money, baby. Show me the money. But somebody needs to pay with some jail time. How about we put you in that same jail cell that you were using, that I had those black brothers that occupied those cells, that you were using all these deadly chemicals to experiment on them. How about we put you in that jail cell? How about we put you in there and experiment on you? How about that? How about that? How about we turn the tables? How about we just get every deadly poison we can think of that we want to see? What'll happen if I try this? What'll happen if I do that? What if we turn that thing around, as my millennials used to say? What if we turn that thing around, put your lips, hips, and fingertips in that jail cell, and then let us experiment on you? How about them apples? How about that? So, you know, at the end of the day, y'all, listen, I read that story this morning. And as I said, the black community is in a total uproar, as they should be, because at the end of the day, we need more than a weak, feeble apology. Something needs to happen. And this is the thing that we have to understand. Oh, that university needs to pay up too. The University of Pennsylvania, they need to pay somebody. They need to be, listen, somebody needs to be giving some money. Somebody needs to pay tithes and offering. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Somebody needs to be giving tithes and offering. Because these individuals' human rights were violated. And this is why I say to the United States, as we want to go and tell everybody else about their human rights violations, we still have human rights violations still happening over here in this country against black and brown bodies right now, today. Who are you talking to? Come on in here, Royal Confessions. Good morning to you, my friend. This was getting ready to be revealed. They're trying to out it and use the dead man as a scapegoat. Oh, but he didn't do it by himself, Royal Confessions. He didn't do it by himself. Cut off them gonads. Put it out. Oh, Dr. Dady, the cover-up runs deeper than they're admitting. And at the end of the day, the Institutional Review Board has oversight of using human subjects in studies. There are protocols in place, or should be, to protect vulnerable people. And at the end of the day, no! This ain't flying. This is not flying. This is not. I promise you.
You shall not pass!
And the man, I really wanted you all to see the video, and for whatever reason, I lost the cue. But at the end of the day, if you could hear this man talking about the things that they did to these people, And I looked at him, and you can tell he has some age on him now. Because again, we're talking about they started these in this particular prison in 1950 through 1970s. And he's talking about how they were conducting these studies and how they were doing the experiments and the way that they were doing it. He needs to go to jail. That's all I can say. I don't care. Tell all you want to tell while you're talking and interviewing. Use her for any part that you had in this dastardly, demonic, devilish behavior. You need to go to jail. Good morning, Cassandra Woke 2022. Come on here. Trading places. Can we do that? Doesn't that sound good? Let's trade places. How about that? While you don't think there's anything wrong with doing that to black men, how about we put you in there? You understand? Listen, the church is angry about this morning, DJ Onyx Hart, because listen.
You shall not pass!
And there had to be a lot of people that were complicit with this behavior for this to be pulled off low that many years. And I'm going to say it again. I'm sure that Pennsylvania and this little town is not the only prison or jail that was doing this kind of stuff. And listen, black people need to be paid. That's all I can say. And it's not like money's going to bring anything back. But while all these people are out here making, and listen, I'm sure Albert Kligman's family and whoever else he got the patent and the stuff for what he came up with, I'm sure they're still getting paid. I'm sure they're still getting coins. You understand what I'm saying? From the black men in prison that they killed, maimed, and otherwise, they're still for Red and A getting paid. Woo! I'm just trying to tell you, this is the kind of stuff, y'all, that I'm just, as we talk in the Lion's Den, I'm just cut their funding, cut everything. But Royal Confession said it, cut their gonads. Cut their gonads. Would you please? Would you please? Legs and hips and bollies, please get it all. Would you please? And we shall see how long he talks before he has some kind of quote unquote accidental death, tall pumps. It's just a whole mess. It's a whole mess. And so, you know, when I looked at that this morning and I said, you know, because at the end of the, you know their patents. You know their patents, Stacy 546. You know their patents. Can we go back to the Lax family? And the Lax family has yet to be paid for their DNA. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And that was another university discovery. That was another university that got Henrietta Lacks genes and blood and DNA. Yes, and they're making bank. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? They're making bank off of black folks. They're still making bank off of black folks, and then want to get mad when black folks say, you owe me reparations. Well, you do. And somebody needs to go to jail. Yes, it's Babbitt time, Cassandra. It's Babbitt time. It is. Surely it is Babbitt time. Because at the end of the day, they knew what they were doing. And it's not, while we may be just coming into the knowledge of it, yes, it was about to be revealed, Dr. Dady. It was about to be revealed, Royal Confessions. They're trying to get out in front of it, faux show. But listen, they have known all of these years exactly what was going on. They knew exactly what was going on. They're not surprised. They're not shocked, stunned, and amazed. They knew full well what these people were doing. So at the end of the day, don't play games. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play. Because we know better. We know better. So I wanted to start with that story, y'all. Not to mention how many of those that were in prison were wrongfully charged to begin with. And there's a story right there, Tall Pumps. We got a story going on in Kansas City, Missouri right now, where a young woman, I love the work that she's doing, Sister McDonald, Laura McDonald. She was in the news on yesterday, and I wasn't going to do the local talk, but since you're there with Lamont McIntyre, who I do know, who was wrongfully imprisoned for the majority of his life because we had a corrupt police officer, police detective that was sexually running amok amongst the black women and abusing them. And when he ran up on one that wouldn't give it up, he got the son, Lamont, and put him in prison for most of his life. They were in the news yesterday because they have a whole new list of people that have been wrongfully incarcerated. So, Tall Pumps, when you talk about they're experimenting and killing and maiming folk that really didn't belong there in the jail to begin with, oh, it's just dastardly. It's just dastardly. Could it be? Could it be, y'all? I'm trying to tell you. The devil. Baby, it ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. So yes, we are finally starting to catch up with many of the black people that have been wrongfully imprisoned and being able to identify they had no business with their lips, hips, and fingertips in the cell to begin with. But then when you take stories like this, where the University of Pennsylvania comes in with sanction from the city, with sanction from whoever the powers that be to come in and experiment on black men with all kinds of chemicals. No, ma'am, no, sir. No. So the lawsuit that some prisoner lost due to statute of limitations should be revisited. Come on with that, Kai chick. At this point, so much of that needs to all be thrown out the window. Statute of limitations and all of that, because listen, you have to understand that the system was complicit in the cover up. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. The system was complicit in the cover up. So all of those types of things need to be null and void. So don't come at me with statute of limitations, because the system was complicit in the behavior. So no, shut up, quit talking to me. Don't come at me with that. Don't come at me.
Shall not pass.
No, ma'am, no, sir. So if you have not read that story, it is a story breaking this morning. The apology came out on yesterday, and at the end of the day, the black community, as we should be, as with every other community, we mad up in this piece. You under what I was, listen, we big mad. You understand what we big mad. We are big mad. I love you too, Stacy, and thank you for the blessings. We big mad up in this piece, because baby, this some jacked up stuff. So I wanted to start with that this morning. If you have not heard that story, please make yourself aware. And listen, it's time to go out. It's time to really get up and be about our business. They need to see you. They need to see you in so many different ways. That is the truth, that they need to see you. And let me additionally say this, for those of us that have family members that are imprisoned and incarcerated, check on your people. Don't just leave them in there, y'all, because we don't know what all these folks are going through, for real. And that is real talk. And at the end of the day, the reality of it, no, the system doesn't care, DJ Onyx Hart, because these people's bodies in those prison systems are providing them with the slavery that they want. You understand the words coming out of my mouth? These prisoners are providing the slaves that they want in a slavery system, and obviously the guinea pigs that they want as well to test on these people's bodies, black men's bodies, black women's bodies, and we're sick of it. Please be clear on that. We're sick of it. So there you go. You don't know, like we know, how much you really owe us. Your dastardly deeds are very expensive, so the sooner you acknowledge and take action to correct your errors, the better. Quit your wicked ways. That's where I'm going to put it for you, Cassandra. Quit your wicked ways. So, that story this morning, woo, it fired me up. It fired me up, y'all. And I was like, you know what? You and your tired, slow confession miss me with that. Y'all need to pay some folk right now. Not now, right now. You need to pay some folk right now. Now, as we come off of that story, listen, y'all, a little bit of everything was going on here. Now, listen. As we're talking about people in jail and people being used as human guinea pigs, let's deal with the fact that President Biden is saying he's going to release people's charges for Mary Jane. Good morning to you, Misunderstood. Come on here. So much love coming to you. Come on in the Lion's Den. So glad to have you this morning. As he's talking about pardoning thousands with cannabis possession convictions, listen, and if that's not some disparity right there, because at the end of the day, everybody been token. Everybody been token. You understand the words coming out of my mouth. But black folks been going to jail. Black folks been going to prison and getting long prison sentences behind it. So now let's put this in perspective. Say you're in jail for some long prison sentence in Pennsylvania, and the next thing you know, they come in and they're experimenting on you and you wake up dead because they tested dioxin on you. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. To just kind of put this thing in perspective, even as Tall Pump said, think about the people that really didn't have any business being in there. And at the end of the day, before y'all start getting self-righteous and churchy on me, there's a whole lot of people that was smoking weed. Y'all better come on. True raw confessions in the air. You can confess. No, you don't have to do it. Please don't do it. But you can confess. There was a whole lot of people that was smoking and toking. And it wasn't all black folk. But there's a whole lot of black folk who are in jail with long terms for smoking and toking and allegedly distributing. So at the end of the day, I just want us to be clear on some of this. Thank you for following April Cook. So glad to have you in the Lion's Den. So much mad love to you. They cannot continue to profit on an industry as people sit in the jail cell for something that is now legal. Come on with that, T. Come on with that. So at the end of the day, come on, Rebel. Y'all know I'm talking up here. The 80s was a whole vibe. All you saw was one big old puff, puff pass. You ain't have to go to the 80s. I can go back to the 60s, baby. What you talking about? You must be kind of young, not your average guy. Baby, listen, my 59 years of age can go back beyond the 80s, baby. Y'all heard Bill had to confess. I've been toking and smoking. These white kids was out here getting happy and high. Don't play. So at the end of the day, I want us to recognize that as a matter of fact, Biden might have had a little puff pass himself. I'm just saying, Biden might have had a little puff pass himself because the folks enjoy partaking and experimenting in the 7 herbs and spices. They enjoy the herbs and the spices. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So let's just say that God been good to you. Oh, y'all talking about something else. I thought you were talking about puff pass. Come on here, Tall Pumps. Listen, there's a whole lot of people. Listen, not your average guy. Only 7 herbs and spices. I took that from the Colonel's chicken. You know, he said they had seven herbs and spices that they utilized in that Kentucky Fried Chicken. But listen, I just want you to be clear. There's a whole lot of peoples that been puff passing for a long time. And so, yes, the 7 herbs and spices, Kim Possible, the 7 herbs and spices. They've been smoking greens. They've been having vittles. They've been getting groceries. They've been getting trees, whatever you want to call it. The saints have been happily blessed. Joe puffed. Come Fairly. Joe Puff, you better see, girl. You better see into the past, present, and the future. Joe Puff, anybody that can cuss folk like Joe did, Puff for sure. Y'all got me dying. Listen. Not the 7 herbs. Yes, I'm talking. Kim Possible. I'm just trying to tell you. Risha Jones is in the. Yes, y'all came out for the herbs and spices. Y'all know the 7 herbs and spices, baby. They was in there and they were feeling good, baby. They were feeling good. Stress, strain, pressure. It was all gone away. Baby, they got that weed and they got over in the corner. They start singing, "It's over now." It's over now. Think that I can make it. The storm is over now. I got the 7 herbs. Yes, look what God made. Look what the Lord has done. Biden still puffing, Kai Chick said. Y'all hard on Joe this morning. Y'all hard on Joe. If you wasn't puffing, quit your wicked ways. Oh my God. Oh, y'all got me dying over here. Listen, truck driver done came out. What you got to say, James Sims? Good morning to you. Your biggest customers were white doctors, and I believe that with all my heart. Truck driver. Y'all hear what? Listen, the saints done come out not only confessing, they done come out testifying and telling the truth to shame the devil. Baby, he said his biggest customers were white doctors, and I believe all of that. You better ask somebody. So at the end of the day, good morning, Barbara Hardy. Come on in the room. Thank you so much for those birthday wishes. I love you. So much love to you, my sister. You know you my girl. Good to see you in here, my these are they friend. Risha said, Y'all know we ain't telling nothing but the truth up in here. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. So listen, Kai Chick said no judgment here. No judgment here. I ain't mad at y'all. Because y'all know how we do it in here. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tells it like it T-I-Z tis. So Joe done came out and said, listen, let the saints go. Set the captive free. All they did was puff, puff, pass. And if the truth be told, somebody, if they told the truth, and if they just turned themselves in, y'all know how on Mayberry RFD, they had Otis the drunk, and he would just say, Andy. He just go put his own self in the jail. If we said for everybody that has puff, puff, passed, now, I'm just saying, if we said for everybody that has puff, puff, pass, just do like Brother Otis and just go turn yourself in at the jail cell, the streets would be mighty empty. You know what I'm screaming? The streets would be mighty empty. So, let's be truthful here. Let's be real here. I think that the idea of Biden saying, let's go ahead and pardon these people. Let's go ahead and get these folks out of jail, get them out of the prison system because they don't belong there. We got mass murderers out here. We got homegrown terrorists out here. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Some provided for their families the only way they knew how. I hear you, Risha. I hear you. And even as I'm saying that, people, hey, it's no judgment here in the lion's den, for real. Ain't no judgment here in the lion's den. I don't have any place to talk about anybody's life. That ain't my space nor place, and I just won't do it. So there you have it. You don't know unless you've walked in that person's shoes, whatever they've been through. Nobody's in a position to judge, even though people try and do it. Nobody is really in a position to judge. That's what I believe. So at the end of the day, I hear you talking, Risha. I hear you. I hear you. Weed shouldn't have ever been illegal anyway. I hear you, not your average guy. I hear you guys, y'all talking in here. It's a natural plant. I hear y'all. And at the end of the day, many of the remedies and many of the medicines that people of old used, people of ancient times used, a lot of that is no more than many of these different things that we're utilizing now. So, you know, it is what it is. And medicine, you know, as I said some weeks ago, many times as medicine was taking off, they would go over into the Black communities. They would go over into the indigenous communities and learn their ways and learn their medicines and learn their methods, and then go back and package that thing up and call it medicine and start selling it. And then they turned around and said, okay, you got to have a license to do it. You all are unlicensed. You can no longer do what we came and got from you. You can no longer practice what we came and learned from you. You can no longer do that because now we've got this thing. We've got the license. We've cornered the market. And thank y'all for resubbing. I appreciate you. I see you. Crazy Berrytown, thank you for the resub. DJ Onyx Heart, thank you for the resub. I appreciate you all. I appreciate your support. I don't condone it, but I don't judge it. I got you, Risha, and I'm with you. That's all I'm saying. But you know what? I'm learning the older I get. I have to live my life and I have to walk my journey, but it's not my place to try to judge you and tell you what you need to do. Kai Chick, thank you for those roaring biddies. You guys have kicked off a hype train. Thank you so much. I appreciate those roaring biddies. You guys are just such a blessing. So, you know, at the end of the day, for everybody that might get mad, for everybody that might get agitated, I agree as far as President Biden saying it's time for us to release these people out of prison. I agree 200%. Oh, thank you all. Thank you for the hype train. Kim Possible 711. Thank you for those roaring biddies. Kai Chick, thank you for the gifted subs, man. You are just such a blessing to me. You just don't know. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Come on, BTD Mom. Thank you for those roaring biddies. You guys are, I just want to say, even on my birthday today, oh, come on. Kai Chick with another 5-piece. Thank you so much, sis. I love you. I love you. I love you. And to everybody that's being added to the Lion's Den because of that blessing, thank you and welcome to the Lion's Den. Oh man, y'all, I appreciate you. MCP 812, thank you for those roaring biddies. I appreciate you all. Let me just stop for station identification, even as you all are doing and sharing. I want you to know, even this birthday is a blessing to come in this morning and sit down with the lions in the Lion's Den. And I mean this from all of my heart, all the way down in my shondo, to be able to come in on my 59th year of life and sit down with you all in the Lion's Den. Thank you, Kai Chick. Thank you for those roaring biddies. To BTD Mom, thank you for those roaring biddies. To be able, Rebel Inc., thank you for those roaring biddies. Man, y'all going forth. I appreciate you so much. You never have to do it. I appreciate you for what you're doing and what you're sharing. Thank you so much, Risha. You know I love you. You know I love you. Thank you for those birthday wishes. It is just so precious every day that I come in and I can sit down and I can laugh, or I can sit down and we can encourage one another. We can support one another. We can love on one another. We can share with one another. We can pray for one another. We can laugh at one another. It is such a blessing to be able to do that with every last one of you. And I just want you to know, for all the support, even if the support is just being in and lurking and auditing and listening and holding space, I appreciate you. And I want you to know that today. I appreciate you and I love you. I love you. I really do. Fairly All Day said, Uncle Joe said, in the words of Snoop, in the Cadillac with fairly, in the Cadillac with my head back, feeling good. I got my lighter, got a blunt. I'm getting higher, smoking weed. That's Uncle Joe right there. Oh, fairly, y'all got me dying. Y'all got me dying. Oh, Y'all too funny. Y'all too. Cassandra Woke, thank you for those birthday blessings, sister. I love you. You're my sis. I appreciate you. Come on, Royal Confessions. Thank you for those roaring biddies. Fairly All Day, thank you for those roaring biddies. Oh my goodness. Crazy Berrytown, thank you for that gifted sub. Y'all are just the most beautiful people in the world. You just absolutely, positively are. You can't help yourself. You just are. You're just beautiful people. And even with that, I want to say it has been a blessing to my life to come in and do what I do here in the Lion's Den. You guys make it possible and you make it worthwhile. And I'm not just saying that. You really, really do. So thank you. Oh, level 5. Man, y'all at a level 5. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to just touch on the fact, BTD Mom, thank you for those roaring biddies, Kai Chick. Thank you for those roaring biddies, BTD Mom. BTD Mom sent Flint water crisis dropped 7 officials that were up on charges. Mama Castleberry, give Mama Castleberry all my love. Give her a hug from me. Oh my God, I love me some Ozetta Castleberry. Come on in here, Sister Ozetta. I love you. I love you. I love you. And thank you for those birthday wishes. You'll always be a part of my heart, Mother Castleberry, always. And thank you for those birthday wishes. Now, listen, I'm about to get tore up. I done got a little misty on that. Listen, tell Mother Castleberry she about to take me out. That's my church mother, y'all. That's my church mother. I love me some her. She is so precious. She is so precious. I love you. I love you. I love you. Now, the folks in Flint, there's some officials that were really coming up on charges. Thanks for that gifted sub, Rebel. Thank you for that gifted sub. I appreciate you. Royal Confessions, thank you for those roaring biddies. I appreciate y'all. Y'all trying to wrap this thing up. I appreciate you so much. Mad love to every last one of you. BTD Mom, thank you for those roaring biddies. Oh my God, you guys are just so precious. DJ Onyx Heart, thank you for those roaring biddies. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The story goes that there were 7 officials in the Flint water debacle that they have determined let them off the hook and let them go their merry way. So there's a little bit of angst. There's a little bit of anger over that. Thank you. Everybody that made that hype train possible. I love you. And those that wanted to give, I feel like offering time now at church to those that wanted to give and had not. I appreciate you too. I really do. I mean that with all my heart. I love y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. Now, the idea that they're letting these people off the hook while people have gone, come on, Fairly All Day. Thank you for those roaring biddies. I appreciate you. I think that it is, we're level 6. I didn't even know we could go level 6. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for everybody that's continuing to give. I feel like the idea of people that their lives are put in jeopardy and at stake, and we see people that are responsible for this kind of behavior. Come on with that level 6, y'all not playing. And to let them walk with no consequence, which is the same thing. Come on, Rebel Inc. Thank you for those roaring biddies. Kai Chick, thank you for the subs, those gifted subs. That whole element is something that I feel like needs to be addressed. And BTD Mom, thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for those roaring biddies, Rebel Inc. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'm just going to touch on that briefly. For those that have been following the Flint water crisis, just so you know, the update to that. Thank you, Kai Chick. Thank you for those roaring biddies. Y'all ain't playing up in here. Thank you so much. DJ Charlie, thank you for okay. I think that's that. Come on. Y'all out here gifting subs to everybody that's joining the family from these gifted subs. So much mad love to you. For those that have been following the Flint water crisis, just so you know, Tall Pumps, thank you for those roaring biddies. Just so you know, 7 of the people that were up on potential charges have been released and let go. So that's the end of a story. That's the end of a situation. And y'all know how long Flint went without water. So not your average guy. Thank you for that gifted sub to New York Cheesecake. And New York Cheesecake, welcome to the Lion's Den. So much love to you. BTD Mom did that follow-up for us, and I thank you for dropping that story. All of this is out in my Discord channel, so you can go out and see it there. Michelle Browno, that's my quiet storm. Thank you for the roaring biddies. So much love to you. Yeah, they let them go, Tall Pumps. They just let it go. So you can see and read that story out in my Discord channel. Z Lady C, thank you for that gifted sub. So much love to you, and good morning to you in the Lion's Den. Nothing but love for you, sis. Y'all just being a blessing to me. You really are my birthday present. And if you didn't give a dime, if you didn't give a biddy, you are my birthday present. I appreciate you. Now, along that same dastardly line, it was reported to me that Mississippi has blocked 16% of its black voting residents because of felonies. Now, this number is staggering. Thank you so much, MCP 812. Thank you for those roaring biddies. This is staggering because that is a large percentage of the black population in Mississippi. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? They have been discounted and barred from voting due to felonies. So at the end of the day, come on, y'all just so beautiful. Thank you. At the end of the day, this voting cycle that's coming up, just understand that there's so many elements of Jim Crow days. There's so many elements of gerrymandering. There's so many elements of disqualifying people. There's so many elements at work here. Come on, BTD Mom, thank you for those biddies. Rebel Inc., thank you for those biddies. I love you guys. And so now, it was reported to me that Mississippi has been successful in squashing over 16% of its black voters due to felonies. So come on in here. So much love to you, Z Lady C. I appreciate you for being here. I don't care if you came in the front door, back door, window. You're here, and I love you. BTD Mom, that shadiness all day long. Kai Chick, thank you for those roaring biddies. Michelle Browno, thank you for those roaring biddies. I appreciate y'all. So at the end of the day, just understand, I don't know what this next voting cycle is going to look like. It's going to be crazy. I can tell you that. So as we get out here, Shelly Thunder, thank you for those roaring biddies, sis, my prophetess. Listen, the Lion's Den, y'all showing up, y'all roaring. You guys are roaring this morning, and thank you so much. I love you. So at the end of the day, we shedding light. I want you to be clear. These are the tactics, and this is what's going on. Now, while we got all this going on, Kentucky is demanding and insisting that Cameron, who now wants to run for governor, the first black AG, the first black official for Kentucky out here, and now he wants to run for governor, they are calling and crying foul for what he has not done in the Breonna Taylor's case. And he wants to be the governor now. I'm telling you, he's running for governor in 2023. We got Herschel Walker out here running around with his crazy self. This next election cycle is going to prove to be quite interesting. And then we have stories like this coming out this morning. Thank you, Rebel. Y'all are really going to town. Michelle, Kai Chick, thank you for the roaring biddies. You guys are just awesome. We got all of this going on as we are out here in these streets. So now, then you got this. Let me see if this story, hopefully this story is going to pull up. Okay, this one did. I want you to look at this one. In the meantime, Ron DeSantis went out. Ron DeSantis hand chose this gentleman. Ron DeSantis was like, this is who we want to occupy to lead the largest black constituency. And then what did we find out, Cheerin? What did we find out? What we found out was, what had happened was, this man is seen in his KKK garb. This man is seen in his cake. I'm talking about fully hooded. Fully hooded. Come on. I wanted to get to the story that I really want to cover. This man is shown fully hooded. Yeah, did you hear what I said, Rebel? The man that Ron DeSantis shows is so, with his hands outstretched like he's Jesus, y'all. With his hands outstretched like he's Jesus. He's seen fully garbed in his KKK hood and robe. And the people cried foul, and he just disappeared. This is him right here, y'all. This is him right here. That's him with his hand stretched out. And again, yes, that's him. And again, this is who Ron DeSantis hand selected to lead and govern the biggest black section in if it's not the biggest, one of the largest, and the constituency is predominantly black, chose the Joker. And then here he is. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So as I said, this election is going to be quite interesting, y'all. This election is going to be quite interesting. I just find it mighty interesting that this would be the handpick of Ron DeSantis. Am I shocked? No. But at the end of the day, we need to deal. We need to have some conversations up in here. We need to have some conversations. Main man 68, mad love to you. Literally pulled the sheets off Z Lady C. Literally. So at the end of the day, this is the way the story reads, and I'm gonna read it to you. And it's in several. I'm reading from News One, but it's in several of the media outlets today too, because this was a big ha moment of revelation. That's your word, Royal Confessions. It's being revealed. It's being revealed, y'all. It's being revealed. This is what they had to say. A Florida man has now resigned and disgraced after the photo of him wearing his Ku Klux Klan garb was revealed. Only in this case, the Florida man just happens to be, and I'm reading from News One, the man just happens to be a local government official who was appointed by the state's suspected white supremacist governor. Now, y'all know. To be a commissioner in the county that is predominantly black. It's a strange development in an effort to explain why now former Gadsden County Board Commissioner Jeffrey Moore has abruptly left his post last week and is no longer running for office and has relatively disappeared from public view. The man has relatively disappeared from public view, but he was handpicked by Ron DeSantis to be the commissioner over this black. Could it be? Y'all ain't playing with me. Could it be? The devil. Baby, it ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Disco Darren, come on in here. He is a streamer, and if you're not following my brother, Crystal Method is in here. If you're not following my folks, quit your wicked ways, because they gonna bless your whole life. Hey, groove morning to you. Groove morning to you, Disco Darren. Good morning. Excuse me. Good morning, Crystal Method. Come on in here. So much mad love coming to you. Yeah, of course. And now that we've been revealed, now that we've been disrobed, now that we've been manifested for who and what we are, now you've disappeared and we can't find you nowhere. Goodbye, sir. You are the weakest link. So listen, truck driver, don't be scared now. Don't be scared now. I'm going to give it to you, Risha. I'm going to give it to you, because at the end of the day, could it be Could it be? Y'all know I ain't playing up in here. The devil. So I'm loving it, Royal Confessions. Secrets are not found, they are revealed. So whoever it was that got this picture and brought it out and identified it. Now, what he didn't do, he didn't deny it was him. He didn't come out and say, it wasn't me. You didn't catch me in it. He didn't do that. He just disappeared. And it's a marvelous thing that he disappeared. Now, can we get the rest of them? Because believe you me, he is not the only one. But I'm so glad they caught him. I'm so glad they shut him down. And there at the end of the day, there you have it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because it's 8:35 here on Whilst We Slumbered, Slept, and Slobbered. The last thing I will touch on, people are fearing for Mitch McConnell's life because they feel, thank you to everybody that gave on that hype train. Thank you, Michelle. Thanks to everyone that gave. You guys are just so beautiful, and I appreciate every last one of you. And man, the love is real. The love is real. And right back to you. Disco Darren, they always run and hide once they've had the cover snatched off of them. And you know you said the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth right there. So at the end of the day, you're right. They run and hide once they've been discovered. And I'm hopeful that many more will be discovered. I'm hopeful that many more will be revealed for exactly who and what they are, because baby, this spirit that's running loose it's ridiculous. In the meantime, you have 45 that actually made what people are interpreting as a threat against Mitch McConnell. Now look at my face and tell me if you feel any remorse, regret, hurt, or pain. Do you see any of that in my face? Do you see any of that in my face? You laid down with a dog that had fleas and you got up with fleas, Mitch. You get no, absolutely, positively no. Now, am I advocating 45? Because you know, a lot of times when 45 says this stuff, it's a dog whistle to his crew. And they're like mafia. They really are. These people are so out of control. So now people are fearing for Mitch's life. And then the man didn't just stop there. He started talking about McConnell's wife, who is of Asian descent. And he's going on and on about this death wish that they have, this death wish that they have, this death wish that they have. And he's talking and using all kind of ethnic slurs. Listen, and I feel nothing in the way of, oh, poor Mitch, because as far as I'm concerned, Mitch and his wife did it to themselves. Do I feel any kind of, oh my goodness, Trump is talking about them and their lives may be threatened?
No.
I'm just gonna tell what God loves, and that's the truth. Everybody, listen, Z Lady C. The lights came on and roaches are scattering. Skit, 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 like that woman that was speaking in tongues. Just skit, 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 skit. The Lord told me to tell you. Anyway, baby, the light came on and roaches started scattering. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So, you know, at the end of the day, I feels nothing for this man. Come on, Rebel, you know. Skit, 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 skit. I don't know what kind of tongues those were. They were unknown even to God. I'm trying to tell you, at the end of the day, I'm looking and I'm saying, you know, y'all want to be in. Somebody said, stop it. I can't help it. I can't help it, Royal Confessions. I can't help it. At the end of the day, You cannot feel sorry for people, Risha. If y'all ain't seen that video of this woman so-called speaking in tongues, April Cook, I love you, sis. If y'all ain't seen that woman, I'm telling you, it's the cracks. Anyway, I have no sympathy at all, Z Lady C. I have no sympathy whatsoever. I just have to be truthful, because you know what? You throw a rock and you hide your hand. You lay down with the dirty folks. You lay down with infested people. And then when those fleas come to bite you, then when the rats come nibbling on your toes and on your fingertips, I feel... In this instance, and I'm a big-hearted person, please believe me, my heart is so tender. I don't know if you'll find anybody with much more of a tender heart than I have. But when it comes to this kind of stuff, when it comes to Trump out here with death wishes and death threats and slanders and ethnic slurs against Mitch and his wife, and she served in 45's cabinet. If y'all don't remember, she served in 45's cabinet and was out here just as ratchet and wretched as 45 was. Do I feel anything?
No.
And at the end of the day,
shame, shame, shame.
every last one of them need to walk the walk of shame, as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, everybody's in an uproar. Is he dog whistling to his people? Is there something that's going to befall Mitch and his wife? Frankly, my darling, frankly, my dear, frankly, my dear, and y'all can fill in the blank. Frankly, my dear, I'm gone with the wind. That's all I can say. Frankly, my dear, I'm gone with the wind. And that's all I can say about that. That's all I can say about that. So at the end of the day, chickens are coming home to roost, as Malcolm said, and I feels absolutely positively nothing. So don't snakes eat their own. Come on with that. Tall pumps, you know how we doing in here. No cream, no sugar. Listen, Raw Confessions, you better work. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tells it like it T-I-Z-T-is. Now, I'm going to close with this story, and we're going to get up out of here. We've been talking, and we'll continue to talk about why they need to see you. The very things that we're talking about, folks. This is why they need to see us. And this is why I want us to come to another place of where and how we operate out here in these here streets. So I'm looking, and there was, I do want to do this story real quickly, but I'm not going to necessarily do it as while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, because it's not anything that has just happened recently, but it does speak to something that needs to be addressed. And I just want y'all to check out what my brother is saying, because as we talk about why they need to see us, why do they need to see us? Why do we need to get reparations? Why do we need to keep saying, even though y'all came out yesterday and gave this weak as tea apology, at the end of the day, y'all not going to, until we hear this, you're talking loud and saying nothing. So even when we start talking about the disparity between wealth, those that have and those that don't have, at the end of the day, I want us to know they need to see us. They need to hear us. They need to be told the truth, and we've got to reckon. There has to be a day of reckoning, and I'm not talking about violence. I'm talking about dealing with the truth in all of its reality, and we're not going to hide. We're not going to go away. We're going to keep telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth until you hear us and do right by. Wait a minute, I felt whoopee right there. Listen. Till you do right by me. I felt some color purple spirit come over me. Until you do right by me, nothing that you do is going to prosper. So listen, I want to just share this real quickly, and then one more, and we're going to get out of here. Here we go. Let's look at this right here.
It's no accident that the median white family wealth is $147K and the median black family wealth is only $3,600. In the 1940s to 50s, The FHA gave white people home loans but denied black people. Those 10K homes are now worth $500,000. In our lifetimes, U.S. government robbed every black family of $500,000. And it goes even deeper than that. Anytime there was a massive wealth accrual of black people in a concentrated area, guess what happened? That's right, the city was plowed through, burned to the ground. Let's also not forget practices like redlining that basically barred black people from getting any type of loan, whether it be home or business. So yeah, follow for more, y'all. Shout out to Mr. Rashid for pointing this out. It's no accident that the median white family wealth is $147K and the median black family wealth is only $3,600. In the 1940s to 50s, the FHA gave white people home loans but denied black people. Those 10K homes are now worth $500,000. In our lifetimes, U.S. government robbed every black family of $500,000. And it goes even deeper than that. Anytime there was a massive wealth accrual of black people in a concentrated area, guess what happened? That's right, the city was plowed through, burned to the ground. Let's also not forget practices like redlining that basically barred black people from getting any type of loan, whether it be home or business. So yeah, follow for more, y'all.
Now, this is the kind of stuff where I'm saying they need to see us, and we've got to keep talking. Even my opening story today about Pennsylvania and that whole dastardly situation that came out on yesterday with the apology, that weak ST apology from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, towards the issue that, yes, we used black men in the prison. We used them as human guinea pigs. Show me the money. So this is the thing that I keep talking about. They need to see us because we know and we acknowledge in some instances, like yesterday where Philadelphia finally came out and said, yes, we did it. Yes, we allowed it. That's fine and good that you're apologizing. That's fine and good that you're finally acknowledging the truth. We knew you were doing it anyway. And at the end of the day, while you come out, that apology means nothing if you're not going to make it right. If you're not going to come into a day of reckoning, if you're not going to actually begin to address and redress the wrongs that were done, this is where I want us to begin to say, you are going to see us. You are going to hear us. We're not going to go away. We're going to continue to talk about how we are being treated. Now, listen, we've been saying for a long time, folks come up missing from prison. Folks come up with all kind of diseases that they were fine when they went to jail. Now, all of a sudden, we getting a telephone call. Your loved one got a dread disease and they died. No, y'all been experimenting on my people. This is something that I want us to continue. They need to see us. Come on, put them ancestors in there. I see you talking. I see you talking. This is where we need to begin saying we're not going to go away. We're not going to be ignored. We're not going to listen. It's just the right thing to do. While you all have patented, as we said earlier, while you all have patented Retina A, while you've patented all of these other wrinkle creams that you made so that folk, listen, while y'all making money off of Henrietta Lacks DNA, while y'all doing all of this off of the creativity that black folks put out here and y'all stole it and put your name on it, for all of the slavery and all of the, listen, all I want to hear is a cash register, an apology, and don't do it again. You understand what I'm saying? Can we do that? I want to hear a cash register. I want to hear an apology, and I don't want you to do it again. Because, baby, I'm trying to tell you, this, come on, cut the check. Tall pumps, cut the check. At the end of the day, listen, unless you're going to do right, and y'all miss me with child, that happened so long ago. That was my ancestors. It didn't have nothing to do with me. It didn't have, quit lying. Because at the end of the day, these stories that I told you this morning, Philadelphia gave the apology yesterday. Baby, we ain't talking about slavery. We're talking about in these modern times, right? Cut the check, Risha. Cut the check, Tall Pumps. Come on, T. Summers. Everyone was and still is again, but still we rise, T. Summers. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Still we rise. That's the way we do it. And while we're rising, listen, we're going to rise, but we're still going to remind you and tell you to remember these injustices that you have done that have given everybody an advantage financially, has given everybody else an advantage economically, has given everybody an advantage as far as generational wealth. You're not just gonna walk off from here like you didn't do a thing. No, ma'am, no, sir. I need you to wake up and understand it ain't going down like that. It ain't going down like that. They need to see us. And this is the thing. Come on, Disco Darren. Just like the U.S. government gave Native American covers infected with smallpox to stop the reproduction of them, this is how they took the land from them. Pay the people. Come on here. And you ain't made that up. That is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. They gave them blankets with smallpox in it to kill the people. That ain't no lie. Didn't nobody make that up. Cut the check. Now, as we talk about they need to see us, I'm going to close with this as we get ready to get out of here because we're going to the lion's den. We're going to the rebel's house, and we're going to spend some time with her this morning and enjoy whatever she's going to bless us with. But this right here, they need to see us, and they need to know we didn't just start. We didn't just start at this level. I want you, I want to, let me see if I can find this. I want you to understand this is our history. This is our history. Our history is a history of greatness. This is what we need to tell our children. This is what we need to make sure is ever so clear in their minds. Baby, we came here as kings and queens, princes and princesses. We came here as royalty, and we still are. And even in the midst, as T. Summers says, even in the midst of the oppression, the persecution, and everything else, still we rise. Still we rise. And so I want to come here. I want to share this because, listen, this somebody shared and it blessed me. And I said, so many times we don't know our history. So many times we don't know from whence we've come. And with this is how we're going to go out of here today. If you didn't know, now you know. The first paramedics were black folks. If you didn't know, now you know. The first black folks to run the paramedic team, I want you to be aware, we didn't just start in greatness. We've been in greatness for a long time. I want you to run and tell somebody. I want you, come on, Disco Darren, with your pretty face and all. Come on and reads, baby. Come on and reads. I want you to understand greatness didn't just start. We've been walking in greatness the whole time. And this is where I want people to understand. You got to see us because so much of our history and so much of our story remains untold because we were not the people given the narratives. We were not the people telling the story. We were not the people speak, but they need to see us. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Come on. get that? Y'all get that? I'm gonna roll it one more time for the people in the back. They need to see us for who we really are. And just in case you're a slow reader, one more time. Excellence, past, present, and future. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Black excellence, past, present, and future. They need to see us. Yeah. That's what I want us to communicate, especially to our young black princesses, to our young black princes. I want us to communicate this knowledge of excellence, black excellence, past, present, and future. And listen, some of you right here in the midst of the lion's den, you represent this excellence. You understand what I'm saying? You represent this excellence. I really want to say all of you, for real, because listen, the fact that you're here, the fact that you've made it this far in life through many dangers, toils, and snares, you've already come, baby. You have done the thing. You understand what I'm saying? You've done the thing in spite of the challenges, in spite of the struggles, in spite of life. You have done this thing, and I'm going to applaud you today. Black excellence, past, present, and future. They need to see us. And Tall Pumps, cut the check. Cut the check. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Cut the check. Cut the check. Am I talking to anybody this morning? And that's where I am this morning. I'm so serious. I'm so real about this thing, y'all. At the end of the day, I wanted you to see the stories that some of us didn't know, the stories that we haven't told, the stories that other folks sure ain't telling. They need to see us. They need to see us. And at the end of the day, how are we portrayed? We're portrayed as lazy. We're portrayed as thugs. We're portrayed as violent. We're portrayed as irrational. We're portrayed as mentally ill. We're portrayed as thieves and robbers. We're portrayed in all of these negative lights. And that is not us. That is not us. And I'm just like my sister. Y'all know my favorite line from Black Panther. Show them who you are, T'Challa. Show them who you are. Because that you have portrayed in this country, that is not us. And so I need you to come out. I need you to do, come on. Come on, truck driver. I love you, man. I love you. You're so sweet. I appreciate you, baby. Listen, as you leave the lion's den and we're getting ready to go to the cracks and we're getting ready to have a good time over there in anti-morning bangos with the rebel. If you don't take anything else away from here today, I want you to remember the excellence that these black men out here in one of the most difficult ways created and provided the schematic and the structure for what we now have as the modern day paramedic system. And these men that were thought to not be able to do anything, these folks that, you know, we're considered and thought to be the least of all, these men went out here in a situation and condition of working and providing medical care on the street to get folk to the hospital so they could live to get there. These men, that is our past. That excellence is where we've come from to anchor us in our present and to take us on to our future. And I'm going to say this as we get up out of here. They need to see us.
Oh, I feel for my brother.
Well, I feel for my brother and I feel for my sister. This has been another edition of Yes You Old Cube, one-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I'm so glad that you came up in here on my birthday. Y'all, you just don't know what that means to me. Come on, Fairly All Day, Black excellence indeed. Come on in here, and they need to see us, Den Darn. Come on, they need to see us, Disco Darren. They need to see us, Fairly. Come on, put your name in there. April, they need to see us. And guess what? They about to see something like they've never seen before, because we're about to do this. Now listen, I appreciate you for coming in here with me today, and I want to encourage you to follow me. I'm out there, y'all. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, Discord, and more. Come on and follow me. You know we don't have a spirit of intimidation. We don't have a spirit of fear. We got power. We have love. We have a sound mind. And our mantra over here, as long as you operating in love, I am all powerful in love. We don't just talk about change, but we understand we've been called to be the change. And at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about doing it alone, because you know what? This Pride Alliance, this Pride, this Pride Alliance is relentless, and you gonna hear us roar. It's us, you, me, we all, because we all in this thing together. Now listen, this hasn't been the den of iniquity. This has been the den of activity. No good grief today at 12. Thank you so much, Michelle. No good grief today. So we'll see you again on the other side. Thank you for the line support. Listen, thank you for those roaring biddies, Kai Chick, Shelly Thunder, Michelle Brown, Fairly All Day, The Rebel Inc., BTD Mom, Kim Possible, 711, MCP 812, Royal Confessions. Come on up in here, DJ Onyx Hart. Tall Pops was pumping tall. Thank you for those roaring biddies to every last one of you. I appreciate you. Please, please, please know from the bottom of my heart, thank you. To my awesome and beautiful moderators, to my blessed Trinity, The Rebel Inc., Michelle Brown, and Shelly Thunder. Those are my girls. I love you so much. Thank you for helping me out today. Listen, April Cook, Excel Spread Cheeks. Spread Cheeks. Excel Spread Cheeks. Is that related to Nibbles and Bits? Thank you for following. DJ Extraordinaire, Nobi-Wan Kenobi, Stars Emma Rose, Reese 59, Misty Blue, Crazy Berry Town, GJ Onyx Heart, Gimp That Yo-Yo, T-Bay Reezy 66, DJ iRock Jesus, Miss Sexy E, Designers Original, T Summers, Not Your Average Guy, DJ Charlie Wash, Truck Driver 58, New York Cheesecake, Bumbleys of Bees, come on, SB 1987, April Cook, Crystal Method, Auntie Diddy. Thank you for the re-ups. I love you so much. Y'all, it's another fine day in the neighborhood. You know how we do it in here. I want you to do what you love and love what you do. And peace for your journey.
I feel for my brother. I feel for my brother.
Thank you so much for all the birthday wishes from everybody. I appreciate you and I love you.